In this video, I show you how to play with oil pastels and an art journal page. So I'm really excited to show you how to do this. This is all about playing with the pastels. There's no technique. This is for beginners. And let's get started. Hi, I'm Natalie, and on my channel you're gonna find painting tutorials and pastel tutorials. And in 2018 I just started to art journal and I'm just falling in love with this. I'm gonna be guiding you step by step. I hope this is fun. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm using my Portfolio series oil pastels. I love them. I'm gonna just use a few paint pen, gold and a white. I have my pastel blenders. I might use glue, but I'm gonna most likely use my matte medium to paste my to do my collage. And I'm using a credit card, or actually it's a Panera Bread card, to apply my matte medium. It's great. I have a brush, but I don't really like using a brush. I prefer using a card, and you use less material as well. So those blending tools are great, by the way. This is a page I did, and I just did it in 10 minutes. And I also did my first calligraphy. This is going to be for another video. But I had a lot of fun just creating this art page, and I wanted to recreate it with you using my fun paper that I picked for this collage, and a photocopy of an artwork that I created last year called Sisters, and I love this painting so much. In the description you can print some of those pages and have fun with your collage. You can also use any pictures for this collage. You can use a photograph and print it black and white. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colors. I want to do some blue tones, so I'm using my blue pastel. I'm going to use a light blue, a darker blue, and I'm blending as I go. Sometimes I wait until I'm all done applying my pastels, but I'm just going to blend as I go. This is a darker violet blue. I'll leave the colors I'm using in the description. I'm applying the pastels very loosely, and I'm not covering all of my background. I leave some of the white because I'm blending so much. It's totally fine for the look that I want. I'm not using a lot because I want to keep this transparency. All pastels are a lot of fun, and I really want to invite you to play with your oil pastels, especially in your journal, because this is for you. This is your art. So it's a great way to practice and to just have fun with your artwork. I'm using a light flesh tone for their body. My original painting is so cool. I love this painting, and it's very monochromatic, but I decided to put the flesh tone because I like the color blend with the blues and the orange. So when I use my blending tools, I want to clean them, and the good way to do that is to kind of do some lines in the back of a piece of paper, or you can just clean them on your journal page, just creating some swirls, and that's going to remove the excess pastel, so that when you blend on the lighter color, the blue doesn't bleed onto your color. There's still a little bit of blue in it, but it's okay because, as you know, our skin tone has blue in it because of our veins. Yeah. So it's totally fine to have a little undertone of blue. Use a little bit of pink for their lips. And a little orange for this one. Why not? I'm gonna do the dress orange. I love the orange and the blues. Very nice color variation. So I tore my image in 3. I like the edges, it's really fun. Now I'm gonna add some pink pastel to my page, and this is kind of an experiment. I'm not really sure what it's gonna do. I kind of want to have the when I paste my paper onto the pastels, the bright pastels, I'm hoping they're gonna kind of show through and give me a warm undertone for my image without using that pink or that orange directly onto the illustration. So this is a little bit of an experiment, just having fun here. Also, as I'm using my matte medium, I'm just trying to first apply my coat on to the journal, then I'll put a coat on the back of my image, and then it's gonna glue very nicely. So of course, when I did apply the matte medium onto the pastel, I picked up some of the pink and orange, so it's gonna automatically give me some of those colors when I paste my page. See how it's just kind of giving me a hint of orange and pink, but it's not like out like in your face too much. It's not too bright, because for this project, I didn't want to go too bright. I've been going really bright with my colors, and I want to kind of tone it down with this one. I like what it's giving me so far. It's really a fun way to add color without adding the pastel directly on your artwork. So kind of placing my girls. So you can see how I'm really playing with my oil pastels in different ways. Ooh, I like it a lot. This is fun. Can you see the pink and orange kind of showing through the skin tone? This is cool. Now, I love this page. It's from my pad of paper that I got at Michael's the other day for $5. I have really great paper to play with. It's a little thick, but it's okay. You just have to add a little bit more matte medium so that it glues nicely. But I love the shiny to it. I'm placing it on my journal page, kind of playing with the orientation of it. So this paper is a little thick, like I was saying. I'm adding a little bit more product. So today is Valentine's Day. I'm just having fun doing this and thinking about how much love we can receive and how much love we're able to give. Love is an amazing thing. It is the strongest emotion that a human being can display. And you know, of course, we buy candy and we buy flowers, and we get flowers, and it's, you know, I'm gonna go to the restaurants tonight, but tomorrow we're gonna wake up and, you know, Valentine's Day is gonna have been yesterday, and tomorrow is another day. But I think we should love every day. We should love as many people and send positivity out there, because there is a lot of bad news. We live in a very harsh world, and yeah, just keep loving. I just used my blue-green pastel and did some scribbles, and just very my left page is very abstract right now. I love it. I picked up a green. As you can see, this green is new because I rarely use green in my art, but I wanted to kind of pick up some of the green of the left page. So I'm adding a little bit in the background. I added a strip of the blue at the bottom of my right page just to kind of keep things consistent. It's just pleasing to my eye. Feel free to paste your papers and to play with the placement of your papers as you play, as much as you're playing with your pastels. Like right now, I'm just playing with those pastels. I'm just you know, doodling, and I just all of a sudden decided to do some leaves, and that's cool. Just a little design. This is not something I was thinking I would do, but I like it. Just a little bit more detail. Now with my bright pink, I'm doing more doodling. They look like flowers, but as you can see, I'm not making shapes or anything like that. I'm keeping it very organic. Whenever I use a color on the left side of the page, I usually use it on the right side, again, for consistency. And you know, as an artist, for me, color transition and colors come very naturally to me. So you can kind of look at what I'm doing, but use your feelings and see what feels good to you. So as I was adding the matte medium on my page, I got a lot of texture, and I tried to remove some of it, and oops, look, I did a boo-boo. I actually scraped some of the paper. So what I'm going to do is I was going to actually use some paint, but I'm going to actually match the gold of the paper, and I'm adding gold to the girl that I kind of scraped a little bit of her hair. And as I'm adding the gold, I just decided to actually do her entire hair gold. So that's what I'm doing now, and the reason why I'm using my finger is because I like it. I like using my fingers to to finger paint, and to right now there's also a lot of wetness to my paper, so I don't want to damage it more by using a brush. So I'm just dabbing very lightly and just giving her a red hairdo, not red, gold hairdo. Adding more of that gold here and there. of course I don't want to waste my gold paint, so I am going to use it on my page, kind of with the card, slide it and make a little bit of more of an abstract painting on the left side. And here we go. That looks cool. With my black pastel, I am just going to define a little bit of the girls, some outlines. Now my hair is very wet, so I'm not gonna attempt to put some black pastels on it right now. I need to be patient and let it dry. With my gold paint pen, I'm going to do some little dots. I want to invite you to print a page for you, and why don't you print one for a friend? Think of a girlfriend that you haven't seen in a while, that you haven't heard from in a while. Why don't you send her a little bit of of your artwork? Put some pastel on a photocopy and put it in an envelope and send it to a friend. You can also invite her to join my YouTube channel and start journaling. Why not? I'm using an artist pen to kind of give a little bit more of the shape of my eye. And now I'm gonna do a little bit of a flower crown or little white dots crown in their hair. I think it looks neat. I like it. There's something magical about flowers in a girl's hair. Now I tried to write a quote and I messed up, so no worries. I'm just adding some more paper and kind of playing with the composition of my left page. I actually like how it's turning out. I like the strip of paper going across like that. It just gives it a really nice composition. I'm happy with it. I didn't mess up on purpose, but you know, I think whenever we do something we don't like, there's no such thing as a mistake. Just kind of use your art material, use more paint, cover it up. It's no big deal, really. And you'll find that most of the time, whatever you end up with is actually really cool and something you wouldn't have done, if you wouldn't have made that mistake, or should we call it a mistake? So I'm adding a little bit of gold paint. I liked the spontaneity and like the organic feel of the gold paint that I'm just kind of working it with this little card and doing a little bit of etching in it, or carving in the paint with the corner of my card. I'm adding to the crown in their hair with a little bit of gold, and now I'm just fixing the round of her face. I think when I use my blow dryer to dry my page, oil pastel melts. So I kind of went a little bit too close to my oil pastel and it melted a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to actually blend it with some blue. Right now I'm just adding more fun stuff with my paint pen, just more polka dots and a few more lines here and there. Kind of making cool little bracelets, and just very organic, kind of just playing with my pen. I love to doodle. I grab my blue-green pastel and give a little bit more dimension to my page. Here's the blending I was saying, just with a little lighter blue. The shadow under her chin is a little bit dark, but I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. It's really a lot of fun to play with oil pastels, using a blending tool, using your fingers, just going at it with no expectation, and let your artwork become something unexpected. A lot of my students, I facilitate painting workshops. I've been doing this for 3 years, and often I hear women say, "Oh, I better not touch it anymore. I'm going to ruin it." There's no such thing. If you feel you're done, then stop. But if you're stopping because you're afraid of messing things up, it's the wrong approach. You have to, take some risk and have fun with finishing your artwork. So this is the quote that I went on Google, just printed it. I really like it. I think it's perfect for my art page. Giggles, secrets, sometimes tears, sisters, and friends through the years. We make friends when we're 10. We make friends when we're 20. And we make friends in our 40s and 50s. I think as we evolve, more people come into our lives, and I believe that God places people on our path to help us grow and to help us guide us in a way. I like how I applied the paint kind of got stuck to the front of the page, and as I was doing it, I realized there was going to be gold paint on there, like very organic, very, I love the way it looks. And yeah, I'm doing the last little touches, last little details with my gold pen. I didn't want to make this page too bright, and I think I was able to, you know, keep it a little bit more subtle. I've been using some very bright colors, but this is fun. I'm happy. I'm really happy how it turned out. Giggles, secrets, sometimes tears, sisters and friends through the years. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can look at more videos that YouTube recommend and other videos in other playlists. Connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at Paint with Nat. Until my next video, stay creative.